In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to pause and delay scenarios in Make, the powerful no-code automation platform. Whether you want to stop an entire workflow dead in its tracks, or simply buy yourself a few seconds between two steps mid-execution, Make, formerly known as Integromat, is one of the most flexible automation tools available right now, letting you connect hundreds of apps and services without writing a single line of code. Knowing how to control the timing of your scenarios is one of those foundational skills that saves you from accidental data overwrites, broken API calls, and a whole lot of head scratching when something fires at exactly the wrong moment. If this sounds useful, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a tutorial. And let's get into it. The first technique I want to walk you through is how to temporarily stop a scenario from running automatically. This is the method you'll reach for whenever you need to take a scenario offline for a while. Maybe you're doing maintenance, making structural changes to the workflow, heading out on vacation, or you simply want to prevent it from triggering while you're mid-edit. Pausing the whole scenario is far safer than leaving it live while you're moving modules around, because Make can and will fire a scheduled run right in the middle of your edits if you're not careful, and that can push incomplete or corrupted data through your entire pipeline. To do this, start by opening your scenario inside the Make scenario editor. That's the canvas where all your modules sit and where you build out the logic of your automation. Once you're there, look toward the bottom left corner of the screen. You'll see a small toggle switch sitting right next to the clock or schedule icon, and that toggle controls whether your scenario runs automatically on its set schedule or sits idle. If the scenario is currently active, that toggle will be switched on, usually shown in blue or green. Click it once to flip it to the off position, and the toggle will turn gray, which is your visual confirmation that automatic scheduling has been suspended. Your scenario is still completely intact. Every module, every setting, every data mapping is preserved exactly as you left it. It simply will not fire on its own until you flip that switch back on. This is one of those features that sounds almost too simple, but it protects you from a surprisingly common mistake: returning to a scenario after a week away, making one small tweak, and accidentally triggering a live run against real data before you are actually ready. Now, the second technique is a bit more surgical, and it is for situations where your scenario needs to stay active and keep running, but you need it to pause briefly between two specific modules before it continues. Think of it as inserting deliberate breathing room directly into your automation flow. A great example, you might be calling an API endpoint that enforces a strict rate limit, and you know that sending two requests back to back will get the second one rejected with an error. Or perhaps you are writing a record to a database and you need to give the system a moment to confirm the write before the very next module tries to read that same record. In both cases, stopping the whole scenario would be overkill. You just need a short, targeted pause at one specific point in the flow. The way you achieve this in Make is through a module called Sleep, which lives inside the Tools app. To add it, click the plus icon between the two modules where you want the delay, or click directly on the connection line at that point to insert a new module there. In the module search bar, type Tools and select the Tools app. Inside it, you will find the Sleep module, select it, and the configuration panel that opens is beautifully minimal. There is a single field labeled Delay, and you enter the number of seconds you want the scenario to wait at that point before moving on. The maximum Make allows is 300 seconds, which works out to 5 minutes. Enter your value, save the module, and you are done. From now on, every time your scenario reaches that point in the execution, it will hold for exactly that duration before picking up with the next step. One thing worth keeping in mind, the Sleep module counts toward your scenario's total execution time. So if you are on a plan with execution time limits, be thoughtful about how many Sleep modules you add and how long you set each one. For most timing use cases, anywhere between 2 and 30 seconds is plenty. Together, these two techniques give you meaningful control over when and how your Make scenarios execute. The on/off toggle is your master switch, immediate, blunt, and perfect for planned downtime or safe editing. The Sleep module is your precision instrument, a scalpel you place exactly where timing matters without touching anything else about the running automation. To recap what you have accomplished today, you know how to locate the scheduling toggle at the bottom left of the scenario editor and flip your scenario to off whenever you need to take it safely offline. And you know how to use the Sleep module inside the Tools app to insert a timed pause at any specific point in your workflow. Both are techniques that experienced make builders reach for regularly, and having them in your toolkit will make your automations noticeably more stable and far easier to maintain over time. A great next step from here is exploring the other utilities inside the Make Tools app. Modules like Set Variable and Get Variable pair beautifully with timing controls to build smarter, more conditional logic into your flows. Save this video so you can come back to these steps whenever you need a refresher, and I will see you in the next one.